You thought this channel was dead, didn't you? Surprise! We are back!
Samurai sword on my back. You don't know how to act.
I love this beat. I didn't plan of making a weird intro like that, but as soon as I found this beat, I was like, I gotta have some fun with it. But anyway, what is up guys? Hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I do. The wind is finally turning, you guys. But before we start, I would just like to thank everyone that has been writing to me, asking if we're okay. You know who you are. Thank you. And I get it. I haven't uploaded a video in over 4 months. I actually fell into a little bit of depression just because I couldn't make any videos. But you know, we're back, we're not going anywhere, and I will never take a break this long from YouTube ever again. It's time to get back to some dog training, some vlogs, just time to have fun. So this is a video catching up, basically, give you guys an update of what's been going on, because it's been a lot. I would even go so far to say it's been extreme. You know, Molly has been sick and gone to the vet 5 times, and Vilde has been sick and gone to the vet 4 times. Also, we got a 3rd little puppy in our family that has been taking a lot of time and energy. More on that later in this video. So it all started a few months ago when something happened to Molly. I noticed that she started to fall when she stood up, her head was tilted, she had no reaction in her left eye, and her left side was shaking. We're still not sure to this day what it was, but most likely some sort of a stroke or a nerve damage. So you know, obviously I took her to the vet. So we are waiting for the veterinary. They just been here and taken a test, a little sample in Molly's ear. You took a little sample in your ear. You want it back? No. Away with those bacteria. And they couldn't find anything from the sample, but they said there could be some liquid in her ear that is pushing on a nerve. So they decided for a surgery. Again, they didn't find anything after the surgery, but they did give some anti-inflammation medicine that I had to inject in her ear. She did not like that. It's 1 milliliter that's going straight into her ear. Titta, titta. Bra, bra. Yes, yes, yes. But to be honest, what sucked the most was the first day after the surgery. It was so heartbreaking. She was so sad. You know, this is a breed that basically never howls. At least Molly, she have never howled in her entire life. But as soon as she got left alone, this happened. And she did that every time when she was left alone. Also, her appetite was very bad and she barely drank any water. So, you know, I had to be creative. But after a couple of weeks, she got her balance back. So now her happy energy was back and everything seems to be okay. But then something weird happened. She started to pee inside, like a lot. And I immediately thought that this was a urinary infection, so you know, I took her to the vet. It is 7 AM and me and Molly are on our way to the veterinary. I suspect Molly has a urinary infection, but I think she's starting to get better, but just in case. So I brought with me a urinal sample of Molly. Thankfully, this was fixed very quickly. But then of course, our bad luck continued. We noticed that Vilde was acting weird. She just stood still in the middle of the floor. She was shaking quite frequently. And after a thorough examination of her, we noticed that, yeah, she's definitely in pain. And you know, generally speaking, this is a breed that is quite hard, you know. They don't really show pain that easily. So obviously we got quite worried and we took her to the vet. The veterinaries decided to do an x-ray, and from the x-ray they noticed that there was some liquid in her uterus. A week later when we came back, they noticed that the liquid had doubled. So they decided for a surgery. They decided to remove it completely. It's basically a castration. And for a female, this is a big operation. After the fact, we have to be very careful with her. We have to make sure that she doesn't jump or that she don't walk in any stairs. Also, we have to very carefully take care of her wound because an infection would be a disaster.
Jätteduktig Vilde.
Thankfully, she got back on her feet.
You're a warrior, Vilde. We don't call you Vilde the Savage for nothing.
So now it was Molly's turn. Again. So we are back to the vet again. Just been a couple of months. Now we're back at again. Molly has a huge ball right here and a lot of liquid right next to the ball. She has a lot of liquid. So now it was time for another surgery. Basically what they did was putting a big straw-like thing in her wound, basically so they could drain the wound. 4 times a day I made sure to clean the wound. And 2 times a day, I put some clean, salty water into the drain just to make sure that nothing got stuck in there. And after a while, it was time to remove the drain just to make sure that the wound could heal properly. So yeah guys, it's been a lot. But of course, it did not stop there. I have no idea how this happened, but she basically got the same sort of infection in a more private area. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but dogs have these anal sacs that are supposed to be emptied every time they poo. Molly have never had a problem with this before, but if they don't get emptied, an infection might occur, and this is probably what happened. But you know, she recovered from this as well. Molly, do you think it's time to introduce them to the new puppy? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. There she is, right behind Molly. Molly is protecting her, I guess. You don't have to worry, I'm just gonna greet the puppy, okay? Alright, let's see. Hello there, cutie. Hey. Hey. I know she's a weird looking puppy. She have no fur at all. But you know, that doesn't matter for us. We love her so much anyway. So this is our daughter, Lykke.
Samurai sword on my back.
Just don't grab the ears. So meanwhile, Molly and Vilde here have been ill over and over again. We have been taking care of this one at the same time. And it's probably been the roughest and the happiest time of my life. For her first 3 months, she had a diagnosis called in Swedish kolik. It's basically a diagnosis saying, we don't know why your baby is screaming all the time. So we basically been awake 24/7 for the past 3 months doing stuff like this. Even our dogs felt the extreme pain. But if you just search deep enough, you will find the light even in the darkest moments in your life with the help of a little bit of humor.
Samurai sword on my back.
So what have I been doing lately? Well, I've been eating with one hand. I've been feeding a baby while comforting my injured dogs. Also, I've been socializing these 2 dogs with this baby. And what have I learned? I've learned that putting a baby into a baby carrier is not a guarantee for success. Oh, and also I learned to renovate a house with style. Yeah, I forgot that part. Meanwhile, all of this has happened. Injured dogs multiple times, a baby with colic. We also had a little mishap with the house. So when we bought this house, we instantly fell in love in this beautiful blue colored bathroom. So we decided to renovate it from this to something like this. But before we started with that project, I wanted to finish renovating the smaller bathroom. And I did. I changed it from this to this. Beautiful, right? So now it was time for the main bathroom. At the same day as we got the materials, tile and clinker, this happened. Houston, we got a water leak. So now, screw the bathroom. Let's see how much damage this water leak has done. Did it go through the floor?
Philip to Felicia, I'm going down, I'm going down.
So now I'm below the house, crawling among rats and demons, trying to find where the toilet is. Yep, that's water, and it comes from the floor. Damn it. Time to replace the floor, I guess. So no bathroom, but at least we got a beautiful floor. So that's pretty much it. There is a few things that I don't want to bore you with. I will just save that for the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all your support. I know, right? They're awesome. She's loving you guys. Yes, that's what she's saying. Yeah. So I learned that I shouldn't promise things that I will do in the future, because you never know. So I will just leave you at this. I love making videos and I have big plans. You can't tell them. Shh. Don't tell them the plans. Man, bro, brother. I would love to be able to make 2 to 3 videos every week. You know, more vlogs, more dog training videos, etc. But that would require a big change in my life. I would basically have to quit my 8 to 5 job. We'll see how that goes. Maybe in a few years. So for now, 1 to 2 videos every 2 weeks will do perfect. Alright guys, stay positive. Remember, spoil your dogs. Peace!
Samurai sword on my back.